Good morning. Welcome to Wisdom for Your Week. I'm April Williams, and today is your Tuesday Truth. Thank you for joining me today. So your Tuesday Truth for today is conversations transform people and relationships. Conversations transform people and relationships. Use conversation to add to the pool of meaning, to understand. So this is the purpose of having a conversation. This is the purpose of communication. It's not for your voice to be heard. It's not to prove you're right. The point of a conversation is to add to a pool of meaning. And when you keep this as your goal, it changes the whole dynamics of the conversation. It changes how you listen, and it changes how you communicate. So that is the purpose of a conversation, dialogue, or communication, is to add to your pool of meaning or understanding. And this is so important in conflict, because conflict is all around us. We live in a world where people are in offense, they're irritated. You can't say anything that is in opposition to what that person believes, because we live in a world of dishonor and disrespect. It's very important to have the strategy to handle a conversation that is difficult or that is high emotion. So conflict is all around us. So how are you navigating the tumultuous waters of conflict and offense? Well, we do it in three ways. We either avoid it, we handle it poorly, or we can face it, the conflict, and handle it well. So when the stakes are high, we often handle it the worst. Ambrose Bierce said, "Speak when you're angry, and you'll make the best speech you'll ever regret." So it's so important to keep our emotions in check, and to keep that focus of this conversation is to add to my pool of understanding, add to the pool of meaning. As much as others need to change, or you may want them to change, the only person you can change is you. So in a conversation, instead of focusing on trying to change the other person, which is what we often do, I know very few conversations where you just hammer your opinion that it actually changes anybody. So change your focus. Change it to, I want to add to this pool of meaning. When faced with a tense emotional conversation, we completely forget that focus, and we'll divert it. We'll either divert it to trying to win, trying to punish the other person, or to just keep the peace. The desire to win drives all of us. Almost everything we do, there's a desire to win. That same desire will drive you away from healthy dialogue. When these emotions run high, often we want to punish the person who has a different opinion than we do. We'll punish them by false accusations or trying to assassinate their character. Lastly, instead of using dialogue to add to the pool of understanding, sometimes we just clam up and say, "Oh, never mind. Just never mind." So those are not winning strategies. Focus when you're having a conversation, even when the emotions get high. Focus on, I want to add to the pool of meaning. And you can do that by listening to what the other person is saying. That way you're gaining an understanding. You're gaining meaning from what the person is saying, and then what you communicate, you're adding to that pool of understanding. So there are 3 bullet points for today. These are 3 communication killers to avoid. Avoid these 3. Avoid trying to win. Avoid trying to punish. And avoid just trying to keep the peace. These do not add to the pool of understanding. So avoid trying to win, avoid trying to punish, and avoid just trying to keep the peace. And that is your Tuesday Truth today. Join me all week. We're going to be talking about conversation and conflict, because as I said before, it is all around us. We need to learn the skills to handle conversations that are often very difficult and can be very high-strung emotionally. So join me all week. Like and share. You know 5 people that need to hear this message. Also, you can email me at wisdomforyourweek. That's wisdomforyourweek@gmail.com. I'm also on YouTube. Subscribe to that YouTube channel so you can watch previous episodes. And I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm also on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining me. You can mail me at P.O. Box 1981, Lancaster, South Carolina 29721. Join me tomorrow. We're going to continue to talk about conversation. These are skills you need for every day to be successful in relationships, because communications can transform people and relationships when we have the right strategies. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great Tuesday, and join me tomorrow at 8 a.m. live.